Why do the chosen ones struggle to fit into a regular job? It's not just about preferences or disliking work. It runs deeper than that. It's directly tied to one's spiritual mission. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you try to follow the rules and meet expectations, something still feels off? Deep inside, it's as if your soul is crying out, "This isn't for me." And you know what? You're not alone. This sense of displacement, of not fitting into a traditional job, is more common among the chosen ones than you might think. It's not a lack of skill, discipline, or effort. It's that the energy of the chosen vibrates differently. Chosen ones weren't born to follow rigid, inflexible patterns. They came to break molds, to bring something new to the world. This naturally creates friction with structures that don't allow freedom of expression or that see people only as cogs in a machine. But listen, this doesn't mean you're broken or that something is wrong with you. In fact, it's the opposite. It's proof that your essence is working exactly as it should. Your soul recognizes that it was made for something greater. Throughout this video, we'll explore the spiritual reasons behind this difficulty in fitting into the traditional system. I'll show you how this discomfort is actually a guide, a sign that you are on the right path, even if everything seems confusing now. Have you ever felt that working in a conventional job just doesn't make sense for you? Let me know in the comments. If this message speaks to your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to the channel for more reflections like this. If you are one of the chosen, you've probably felt a constant unease trying to fit into conventional jobs. This discomfort isn't just mental or emotional. It's something you feel in your body and soul. It feels like routines, rigid rules, and even the workplace environment drain your energy. But why does this happen? The answer lies in your essence. Chosen ones carry a very special vibrational energy, expansive, creative, connected to something greater. Now, think about what a regular job often entails. Fixed hours, repetitive tasks, little room for innovation or freedom. These rigid structures directly conflict with the fluid and free energy of the chosen ones. And it's not just that. Many workplaces are filled with heavy energy, worry, competition, excessive pressure. As a chosen one, you are more sensitive to this. You absorb everything around you, sometimes without even realizing it. A regular day can leave you feeling drained, not just physically, but spiritually. Have you noticed that even when you try your best, something keeps pulling you back? Maybe it's that feeling that you're spending your time and energy on something that doesn't make sense, as if you're betraying yourself just to meet expectations. This isn't failure, nor is it a lack of ability. It's your spirit telling you that this path isn't meant for you. The life of a chosen one will never be about doing what everyone else is doing. That's why you feel out of place, as if you're living in a world that wasn't built for you. But don't let this discourage you. In reality, it's a sign. It's the universe showing you that you weren't born to be just another piece in the puzzle. You were born to be the architect, the creator of something new. So if you've ever felt that you don't fit in, that a regular job doesn't fulfill you, know that this isn't a flaw, it's a calling. Your spirit is reminding you that you have a much greater purpose than just following orders or sticking to a routine. Of course, I understand that this can be challenging. After all, the world we live in practically demands that you follow this pattern. Work, earn money, pay bills, it all seems to revolve around that. And when you don't fit into this mold, the pressure sets in. You start to wonder, what's wrong with me? But the truth is, there's nothing wrong at all. On the contrary, this disconnection you feel is your soul trying to guide you. It's saying, hey, this path isn't for you. You are different, and that's a good thing. You were not born to please everyone, but to fulfill the purpose that God placed in you. And here's something important: self-sabotage. How many times have you started something new only to stop midway thinking, I'm not good enough for this? Fear and insecurity often cloud your path, but the key to overcoming them is practicing self-compassion. Stop being so hard on yourself. You are on a journey, and every step counts. Even mistakes and setbacks are part of the learning process. Instead of judging yourself, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. And of course, be mindful of the energy you absorb. Toxic environments, negative people, and even external pressures can affect you more than you realize. The challenges in your journey as a chosen one are not meant to break you. In reality, they are disguised opportunities, chances to learn, grow, and become stronger. Every obstacle carries a lesson, and through these lessons, you align even more with your divine purpose. Think about fear, for example. It arises when you're about to do something great, something outside your comfort zone. Fear may seem like a barrier, but it's actually an invitation to trust the process. When you face fear head-on, you discover strength you never knew you had. It's like crossing a bridge that looks unstable, only to realize that it's strong enough to support you. Another challenge is dealing with resistance from those around you. It can be hard to hear criticism or feel misunderstood. But instead of seeing it as something negative, use it to strengthen your determination. Remember, the greatest transformations come from those who dare to walk a different path, even when others cannot see the destination. And that inner voice of doubt? Instead of fighting it, listen to it. Many times, self-sabotage is just a reflection of old wounds, past fears, or limiting beliefs. When you allow yourself to understand where these thoughts come from, you can start breaking free from them. Moments of exhaustion and doubt are normal, especially when you are building something that demands so much of you. But instead of sinking into these feelings, use them as a pause to reflect. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this phase? Sometimes the greatest clarity comes in moments of deep uncertainty. External challenges like lack of resources or opportunities can also be transformed. They teach you to be creative, to find solutions where others see only obstacles. Many of the most inspiring stories come from people who started with nothing but, through persistence and faith, built something extraordinary. Above all, remember the power you carry as a chosen one. You are not facing these challenges alone. There is a greater force guiding, protecting, and strengthening you at every step. Every prayer, every moment of spiritual connection is a reminder that you are supported by something far greater than any obstacle. Now that you understand that challenges are part of the process, it's time to talk about how to transform your unique gifts into a prosperous and purpose-driven life. Because yes, as a chosen one, you have talents that were given to you for a reason. They are the tools for fulfilling the mission that God or the universe entrusted to you. The first step is recognizing these gifts. It may seem obvious, but many chosen ones spend much of their lives underestimating or ignoring their abilities. Perhaps because they were dismissed in the past, or because they don't see their talents as valuable. But here's the truth. What comes naturally to you, whether it's listening to others, creating with your hands, or seeing beyond appearances, could be exactly what the world needs. Once you recognize your gifts, the next step is to cultivate them. Think of them as a plant that needs watering and care to grow. How can you develop your abilities further? It might be through study, practice, or simply trusting the process. And here's an important insight. Your gifts only make sense when they are put into action. Many chosen ones have a deep desire to serve, to help others, to bring light into the world. This doesn't mean you need to save the entire planet. Sometimes, a word of encouragement, a kind gesture, or a meaningful creation is enough to touch someone's life. A practical way to align your gifts with your purpose is to think about how you can solve problems or bring value to those around you. If you have the gift of communication, how can you use it to inspire or educate others? If you have artistic skills, how can you create something that evokes emotions or delivers a positive message? And don't be afraid to dream big. As a chosen one, you were called to make a difference. This doesn't mean you have to seek fame. True impact happens when you act with authenticity and integrity, regardless of the size of your audience. Aligning your gifts with your purpose can also bring material rewards. Many chosen ones struggle to accept this, believing that money and spirituality are incompatible. But here's something to reflect on. Money is energy, and when used consciously, it can be a powerful resource to expand your mission. Think of all the things you could accomplish with more resources: helping more people, investing in projects, or even creating something that benefits your community. The key is to keep your intentions pure and use what you receive as an extension of your mission. Now that we understand that your gifts can become a prosperous and meaningful life path, let's talk about taking the first steps. Every journey begins with a single movement, and this is where many chosen ones feel uncertain. The first step is simple yet essential. Believe in yourself. It may sound cliché, but many people ignore this truth. If you don't trust that you have something unique to offer, who else will? This confidence doesn't appear overnight. It grows as you take small steps and see the results. A great way to start is by making a list of the things you love to do and the skills you know you have. Don't overthink it. Just write whatever comes to mind, even if it seems small or insignificant. Often, the greatest talents are hidden in things we do naturally, almost without realizing it. After that, ask yourself, how can I use this to impact someone's life today? Maybe you can offer a kind word, share knowledge, or create something that brings joy to another person. Don't underestimate the power of small actions. Big changes always start with little gestures. Another important step is to seek continuous learning. As a chosen one, you are always evolving, and that includes developing your skills and broadening your horizons. This doesn't mean taking endless courses or overwhelming yourself with too much information. Choose something that calls to you, that makes sense for this moment in your journey, and dive deep into it. And of course, be patient with yourself. Building a path aligned with your purpose is a process. You might feel like you're moving slowly, but remember, every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to what you came here to do. Now let's address something that often causes anxiety: the uncertainty of how to turn your life's mission into something that also sustains your material needs. This is a valid concern, and the secret lies in combining passion with strategy. Identify how your gifts can be transformed into something that creates value for others. Maybe you can offer mentorship or guidance, or if you're creative, you might sell your work. The key is to find ways to integrate what you love with something that also offers a fair exchange. And never forget, when you align your actions with faith and pure intention, the universe responds. Doors begin to open, opportunities and resources come in unexpected ways. It's not magic, but rather the natural flow of abundance when you walk in harmony with your purpose. Celebrate each achievement, no matter how small. Every step you take is a reaffirmation of your mission and a sign to the universe that you are ready to go further. Maintain balance between your spiritual mission and the practical needs of daily life. Living with purpose is incredible, but we also need to pay bills, take care of our health, and ensure that our material life is functioning well. The first key is understanding that your mission is not separate from your everyday life. Many chosen ones fall into the trap of believing that their spiritual purpose is something that only happens in special moments, during retreats, meditations, or in silence. But true purpose is lived daily, in how you interact with the world and in the choices you make. You can work in a traditional job while still fulfilling your spiritual mission. The key is how you choose to be in that space. When you align with your purpose, even seemingly ordinary tasks can be transformed into opportunities for growth and service. And to follow this path, you must take care of yourself. That means ensuring your body, mind, and spirit are in harmony. Many chosen ones get lost trying to save the world while forgetting to care for their own well-being. This is a mistake. How can you help others if you are not well yourself? So, dedicate time to rest, eat well, engage in activities that bring you joy, and find ways to release stress. Another essential point is time management. Often we feel overwhelmed, thinking time isn't enough. But it's not about how much time we have, it's about how we choose to use it. Focus on what truly matters to your mission, and you'll start making more conscious choices. This may mean saying no to things that don't align with your purpose, so you can say yes to what truly makes a difference. Lastly, open yourself to prosperity. Material abundance is not a bad thing. It is a tool that allows you to continue fulfilling your mission on a larger scale. Be open to receiving, whether in the form of money, love, support, friendships, or opportunities. When you embrace the abundance the universe offers, you become more capable of making an impact. You don't need to be perfect to balance your mission with life's practical needs. It's a dance. Sometimes you'll focus more on one side, and at other times, on the other. The key is to recognize that both aspects of your life are important and deserve attention. One crucial yet often overlooked aspect of the chosen one's journey is building a supportive network. Even though your mission may feel personal and unique, you are not alone. We are all interconnected. To fully live out your purpose, you need to find others who share the same energy and vision. People who understand your journey and can support you along the way. The path of a chosen one can feel lonely at times, especially since you may be walking a different road from those around you. Society may not fully understand your perspective, but that's why finding a supportive community is crucial. When you surround yourself with those who resonate with your mission, you gain strength, inspiration, and solutions you may never have imagined. These connections can come in many forms: spiritual friendships, support groups, online communities, or study circles. Having a support system isn't just for difficult times, it's also for celebration. When you achieve something meaningful, it's far more rewarding to share those victories with people who truly understand their depth and significance. Each time you celebrate with others, you amplify that energy, reinforcing your purpose. If you don't find a group that aligns with your mission, why not create one? Today, the internet allows us to connect with like-minded people from all over the world. Whether through a group on social media, a local gathering, or an online forum, don't hesitate to bring together those who share your frequency. But be mindful of whom you allow into your space. Not everyone has good intentions, and some may try to pull you off your path. Trust your instincts. The right people will enter your life at the right time. Support is a two-way street. It's not just about receiving help, it's also about being willing to support others. Chosen ones are natural leaders, but true leadership isn't about ego. It's about serving those around you. Sometimes just listening to someone can make all the difference. Energy exchange is always richer when it is mutual. Now let's talk about an inevitable part of every chosen one's journey: moments of doubt. Who hasn't questioned if they're on the right path? If they're doing enough? If they will truly succeed? These doubts aren't signs of weakness, but of humanity. They are part of the process, and, if handled correctly, can become powerful opportunities for growth. First, understand that doubt is often an invitation to reconnect with your essence. If you feel lost or directionless, it may be because you have drifted from your purpose. These feelings act as internal alarms, reminding you to slow down and return to your foundation. Why did you start this journey? What motivated your first steps? Even the greatest spiritual leaders and enlightened beings have faced challenges. No journey of growth is free from obstacles. In fact, it is these very obstacles that shape your strength and faith. Think of a diamond. It only shines after going through intense pressure. A useful practice in these moments of doubt is silence. Not just the absence of words, but inner silence. Take a few minutes each day to meditate, breathe deeply, or disconnect from external noise. In this stillness, you can hear your intuition, the voice of your soul. That voice always has the answers you seek, but to hear it, you must create the space for it to speak. It's also crucial to remember that you are not alone on this journey. As we discussed earlier, a support network is invaluable. Sharing your doubts and insecurities with those who understand your path can bring immense relief. Sometimes all you need is to hear someone say, "I've been there too, and you will overcome this." Now, let's talk about motivation. Many believe motivation is something that must always be present, but the truth is, it comes and goes. The key is not to depend on motivation, but to develop discipline. Discipline is what keeps you moving even when things get difficult. And often, once you start taking action, motivation naturally returns. One way to regain motivation is to notice the small signs the universe gives you along the way. A synchronicity, a kind comment from someone you helped, or even an unexpected sense of peace. These moments remind you that you are on the right path. Signs are the universe's way of reminding you that you're on the right path, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Don't underestimate the power of gratitude. It holds a transformative energy. Even in difficult moments, there is always something to be grateful for. When you connect with gratitude, it shifts your perspective and opens new possibilities. Chosen ones often face resistance from their surroundings. This resistance may come in the form of judgment, criticism, or difficult circumstances. Many around you may not understand your vision because they struggle to see beyond the conventional. And do you know what that means? Your journey isn't just important, it's essential. Overcoming these challenges takes courage, but not the kind of courage that fights against everything. It's the courage to remain true to your essence, even when the world tries to convince you to be something you're not. It's the courage to say no to what doesn't align with you and yes to what makes your heart come alive. A crucial point is redefining what success means to you. Many chosen ones fall into the trap of measuring their progress based on society's standards. But spiritual success is not measured in material wealth or external validation. True success is measured by the impact you have on those around you, by the peace you carry in your heart, and by how aligned you are with your purpose. Also, remember, every challenge is a hidden opportunity. When something seems to be blocking you, it may actually be the universe preparing you for something greater. The secret lies in shifting your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" And above all, trust. Trust the process, trust the universe, and trust yourself. Chosen ones are not here by accident. You came into this world with a purpose, and everything you need to fulfill it is already within you. The path of the chosen may not be the easiest, but it is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful. Because by following your path, you don't just transform your own life, you inspire and illuminate the lives of others. And that is what makes it all worthwhile. So from this moment on, remember, your mission is not something to fear or avoid. It is a gift. Embrace it with love, live it with intensity, and allow the world to see the light that only you can bring. And as always, I want to hear from you. How have you faced the challenges of your journey? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, may you continue to illuminate the path for those around you.